All right, we are live. It is 12:35 right now here in downtown Cleveland. We have cloudy skies. It has been raining like crazy, but it's also warm. Boy, does it feel like spring today, friends. It's 70 degrees at Hopkins Airport. We've cooled back into the 60s in some locations as this rain has been coming down. You can't help but see the camera bouncing around a little bit there. It is blustery. We do have some gusty winds, and it's really the wind threat that is going to start to pop up here with any possibility of thunderstorms that are ongoing at this hour. So our weather impact alert continues. We figured we would just kind of keep you updated throughout the afternoon. We've got our live streaming radar going, and of course, we're also going to keep you apprised of how this whole forecast is going to unfold as we head through the next couple of hours. Good afternoon. I am Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling here in the 3 News Weather Center, and we've been talking about today for quite a few days, right? So it's our first decent shot at severe weather here in Northeast Ohio, but it's not a slam dunk by any stretch. As a matter of fact, things are kind of a little on the edge right now as to if we will actually have severe weather or not. I'm fine if we don't, but we do have the thunderstorms in the forecast. Temperatures are still going to be warm through the rest of the day with rain and rumbles continuing. We should start to see things settle down mid to late afternoon from west to east as a front comes through. That's going to cool things down in the atmosphere. That takes a lot of the volatility out of the picture. We started with some showers in western Ohio this morning, and those showers have slowly been moving eastward. Early morning, they were backing off, but as soon as the sun came up, and we had sun this morning, that started to warm things up. And heat and humidity and a trigger are the 3 things you need to get severe weather going. Right now, we do not have any watch. We do not have any warnings. There are no alerts. We do not have severe weather currently in Northeast Ohio, but it does look like some of the ingredients are still there that we could, and that's why we're keeping a close eye on things. Here's a current look at the radar out of Cleveland, and you can kind of see a line that is starting to come together from up around the Chardon area back through Loudonville and Belleville, clear down here in southern Richland County. Areas east of that still primed. We have temperatures that are in the 70s. You can see a little thunderstorm right now right around the Canton area. That will continue to move to the northeast up toward Alliance. All of these showers and storms are moving southwest to northeast, but the whole push atmospherically is from west to east. So the individual cells are traveling very quickly, 50 to 60 miles per hour from southwest to northeast, and the whole line is pushing east at about 30 to 40 miles per hour, so it's not really moving all that quickly. We're going to keep an eye on how all of this is going to unfold. Good, this is actually going to work for me today. This is a blessing. And what I want to show you is that we are going to be able to kind of navigate around a little bit. So we start east first. Lake County, Geauga County, we've got some pretty decent showers that are coming down. I have not seen any lightning on any of this recently. The lightning strikes seem to be kind of few and far between at this point for much of Northeast Ohio. But we'll zoom in and you can see we do have those showers coming down right around Paynesville. Heavier rain into Thompson, Chardon, down into Munson, and then you head straight back into the Novelty area. Bainbridge Township down here getting some of these heavier showers. And then you skip farther south down toward the Streetsboro, Hudson, Stowe, getting some of the heavy rain at this point back here into Summit County as well. And this whole line again is going to slowly but surely continue to move eastward. One lightning strike so far. There it is, Cuyahoga Falls. I hope you heard that rumble of thunder. This line that's stretching from Hudson back toward Copley is currently producing some pretty heavy rain. This will continue to move east through portions of Cuyahoga Falls into Stowe and Kent. Ravenna, heads up for you that these showers are going to be coming in. I'll put a quick kind of loop on this. You can see this overall movement continues to be from west to east, okay? It's not moving all that fast, but it is definitely making itself known as it does so. And you can kind of see how this line is starting to move into eastern portions of the Akron area, out around the Talmadge, and then you get into that Stowe area as well. Silver Lake, you're in there too. Farther west into Medina County, we do have some of these showers that are moving through right now. My clicker is taking its sweet time and responding there. So from Medina down through Wadsworth, Westfield Center, and then you move back toward Congress and getting into some of these areas of western Wayne County where we have some heavier showers that are coming down as well. And then straight down toward the Loudonville area, Mohican State Park getting wet right now as these showers will continue to move to the east. Holmes County, just a couple little showers showing up as of right now, but you still have some pretty warm, humid conditions that all this can react with. So that continues to move to the east into the eastern portion portions of Wayne County and of course eastern Holmes County as well. And you get out towards Sugar Creek and Strasburg, you folks are going to end up getting some of these rain showers pretty soon. Canton has a good gully washer coming down. Same for Louisville. This is going to continue to move out toward Alliance. I think it stays just north of Minerva, but we're just starting to see things really picking up a little bit here in northeast Ohio. A few showers around the New Philadelphia and Carrollton areas with more back toward Coshocton. And that is of interest to me because it's the area southeast of I-71 and generally south of the Turnpike today that has the best chance to have any kind of big growth in these thunderstorms. That's where our temperatures are really warm. So we have a very robust warming trend that has been setting up, and we've been warming up all morning long with that sunshine. Areas west, we're already down into the low and mid 60s in portions of our western counties, Erie, Huron, Richland, as well as Ashland and Lorain counties. So your folks are severe clear. West of I-71 for right now, I would say you are severe clear. East, however, that's where it's still plenty warm. We still have a lot of buoyancy happening in the atmosphere. So we have the heat. The humidity is here too. Man, it is thick, right? Not just from the rain, but you could feel the humidity. It feels a lot different than it's been feeling around here recently. That spring humidity is with us most certainly. And it's the heat and humidity combining with the trigger, those thunderstorms coming in. That's when we could start to see things really popping. You can see how the trend has been going here on the satellite and radar. As the rain came in from the west, we had some decent little rumbles of thunder going on, but now they're moving eastward, and you can see we're starting to see more of the oranges, more of the reds that are popping up, and especially these little cells that are popping up ahead of that line. That's where we're going to really start to keep an eye on things. Could those grow to be supercells? It's possible. I don't know that it's terribly likely right now. Timing is not exactly on our side because now we've had a lot of cloud cover that's moving in, and the initial rain can actually help to kind of stabilize things a little bit ahead of that trigger. Now, farther south, there's much more robust convection happening, a lot more thundery weather, and they have severe thunderstorm watches out there in the Tennessee Valley. And you can see the difference between the big line farther to the south and what we have happening here in northeast Ohio, where we just have rain showers, stratiform rain showers west of I-71, and then you get more of the rumbly weather, the more convective showers that are going on east of I-71. This is the trend that we're keeping an eye on. At the same time all of this is happening, we also have some upper level wind energy that is moving in, and that's kind of the tipping point, right? So we add a little extra shot of that upper level energy that could help to pull the thunderstorms up, and that's when we have that potential for the severe weather that really kicks up. It's not a sure bet though, and that's why things are kind of wait and see at this point. Now, convective available potential energy. Everybody loves CAPE. CAPE is very fun atmospherically because it's just telling you, hey, we've got a lot of heat, we got a lot of humidity, we got a lot of buoyancy. There's a lot of potential for energy release. Notice that farther south you get the brighter colors, so that's where the slam dunk for severe weather is. We have good CAPE here in northeast Ohio, especially when you consider that it is early March. This is important, but it's, again, just one ingredient that may or may not be acted upon. So we kind of investigate further. Some new products that we've unlocked here in our weather system. This is a European 9-kilometer model-derived lightning intensity forecast. Say that 10 times fast. But it's important because it kind of gives us an idea of the lightning possibilities. And notice that here in northeast Ohio, we do have the potential for some lightning. So if you're out and about, I know my daughters were excited to go out and take a walk this morning. Just know that we do have the lightning potential. Much more robust lightning south. That shows where the better ingredients are for the thunderstorms, but we still have that potential here in northeast Ohio. So all that being said, the National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center put out severe thunderstorm watches for western Kentucky, western Tennessee, down into northern Alabama. We have nothing yet, nothing. And I stress yet, with fully well knowing we may not get anything. As a matter of fact, there was a discussion about that same storm line that's coming through here now when it was in western Ohio, and they were like, we're not even going to put a watch on it. So we may end up getting absolutely nothing out of this except heavy downpours, rumbles of thunder, and an occasional wind gust or two. So we still have the potential, though. The ingredients are there. We just have to wait to see how all of this is going to shake out. It looks like things are going to behave themselves relatively well here in Northeast Ohio. Half of our counties have a 2 out of 5. It's a slight risk is what it's called. But that's basically, if we're kind of doing the 5-star review, we only have 2 stars. So it's not the greatest chance today, but it is significant because it is early March for us. Now, when we talk about that slight risk, you can break it down even further. And the National Weather Service goes through all of these different little parameters to see and measure exactly where the biggest possibilities for various impacts will be. It's a low impact risk for tornadoes here in Northeast Ohio. And they've changed a few things in these Storm Prediction Center outlooks this season. And you see this hash mark here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's an over and above chance. It's basically telling us this is a strength thing. So this would be a low intensity tornado risk. So spin up tornadoes, little babies that are a possibility. Hail risk is relatively low, even despite the fact that we have, kind of a winter atmosphere that we are dealing with that's battling with spring right now, but the freezing level is way up. So we're really not too worried about hail. And wind threat, this is where those mid-level winds come into play, because if the thunderstorms can tap into that wind core, we're probably going to see some downdrafts, and that's where we get some high wind gusts out of it. So tornado threat, non-zero, but if you take a look at the entire menu, it's on the menu. Let's put it that way. Hail is also on the menu, but it's way down at the bottom. And the winds are a little bit more robust. That's a better chance that we have for today. Let's look at that hail potential. If we're going to get hail, where's the highest hail chance? It's going to be out here toward Ashtabula and Trumbull counties. Supercell potential. This is something we were watching yesterday, because if we could get some of these isolated rogue thunderstorms to fire ahead of the line, could they become supercellular, meaning they live their own life. They have their own little environment that they are able to sustain themselves in. If they're going to happen, they're going to happen east, and it does not look like that's going to be the case for us today. And then the tornado potential, and I know everybody goes, it's a very low chance. Remember, it's on the menu. Doesn't mean we're picking it. So we do have the chance, but it does not mean that everything is going to start to spin once we get into thunderstorms today. So all of that on the table now, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or so. Our severe weather threat continues, especially east of 71 and south of the Turnpike. So stay alerted. Let's talk more about these risks. The heavy rain. We haven't even talked about the heavy rain. These things are putting down some serious rain. Big old fat raindrops, as Forrest Gump would say, as they are coming down, and that can really complicate things on the roads. So your visibility is going to decrease, and we could get some ponding of water on the roads. Damaging winds would be the next big thing, and that's because that hail core that's developing over us, if we can tap into that. And then the non-zero large hail and tornado risk. It's part and parcel with the severe weather chance that we have going on. So how much of a chance do we have? Well, I think it's pretty limited at this point, especially now that that line is formed. It's slowly moving to the east, and as it does so, it is starting to interact with a little bit favorable environment, but I think it's still not a slam dunk that this is going to be happening for us. So limited impacts if it's going to happen. Big if at this point. So here's an updated forecast for you, and this is out to 1:30 now. So the little thunderstorms that we have seen off to the west, remember, here we go, 1:30. So this is an hour from now, or 45 minutes from now, potentially. We're more or less just looking at the idea of what the model is showing us. This is the high-res rapid refresh model, and it is showing that we are seeing some of these thunderstorms that are off to the southeast looking a little bit more intense than anything that's going on to the west. So heavy showers still continuing west of I-71, thunderstorms potentially growing on the I-77 corridor, and then moving to the east as the afternoon wears on. So I think that's an important note, is that where the thunderstorms develop in the heat and humidity, they will have the best chance to sustain themselves as they move off toward the state line area. Notice behind those storms, things really settle down and the temperatures cool off. Sandusky will be back into the 50s by 3 p.m. We're talking right around 60 in Cleveland, 70s farther to the south, but all of us cooling then as we head through the rest of the evening, with scattered showers lingering in the forecast as we head into the day tomorrow. And we will have cooler temperatures tomorrow. We're only going to be in the 50s. So as we wrap things up, heavy rain may be causing localized flooding issues. Number one problem we will have today is rain, okay? Not anything else. High wind gusts would be our secondary big issue, and that could mean some power outages. If things really start to get crazy, it looks like the best threat for that, the highest threat level for that, is going to be east of I-71 and south of the Turnpike. So that's really the zone that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. Otherwise, the rest of the day, cloudy, showers, temperatures in the 60s. We might even get a peak of sun really late day, but I think we're stuck with the cloud cover for the rest of the afternoon. Tomorrow then, temperatures are going to be in the 50s, and then we have more mild air and more thunderstorms possibly coming our way as we get into next week's forecast. But we'll deal with that then. For now, stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on what the very latest weather impact alert has for you.